As a county community, we all need to understand the importance of the beach to each of us, from Bunnell to Palm Coast and then out to the Barrier Islands. It's integral to who we are, and we need to do what we can as a group to ensure the success.
Flagler County Commission Chair Andy Dance on the topic of renourishing and maintaining the beach area.
Discussion at the latest Flagler County Municipalities meeting turned strained when other local officials boldly told commissioners residents are against paying for any more beach projects. Palm Coast Mayor Mike Norris.
And I hate the word fair, because life's not fair. We are not a beach city, and be hard pressed to go back to my city council and say, here's another fee we want to tack on you. All those residents on that barrier island from the north end of the city of Palm Coast city limits to the south end are excluded from our city taxes. We don't get any revenue generation from that, and they use all of our resources to include our water. So I would be hard pressed to go back to my city council and say, I want to add a user fee for the beaches. I know that the county asked for $29 million in the last legislative session and didn't get a penny of it for beach renourishment.
However, Flagler Beach Commissioner James Sherman adds more to consider.
Based on the records here, we show that 72% of the beachgoers in Flagler County are residents of Palm Coast. So I believe that if we're going to have as Commissioner Spradley said, we do want to be a part of this, but also we want to make sure everybody is paying their fair share into this, because it's not just a Beverly Beach, Marineland, Flagler Beach, and unincorporated parts of the Hammock to burden these costs. Again, the data shows it, and I think, as we know, Bunnell will probably overtake us in the near future with the rapid development that's going to be taking place out west as well.
Bunnell Mayor Catherine Robinson describes the next step.
I have no problem bringing it back to the board. I can tell you their appetite will be probably fasting. I'll bring it back to them and see. We have about 3,500 people in the city of Bunnell. I don't know how many of them go to the beach, but certainly the beach is part of the county and is part of a calling card and an identity for the county. So, I certainly understand that. We'll put it on the agenda and see how it flies.
The county puts future renourishment costs for all 18 miles of beaches at $120 million, with the ongoing local share of that at $72 million, with federal and state sources paying the remainder. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, February 7th.
I don't write the rules, I only enforce them. And if there's a complaint that is made, I'm in a situation where if I don't do anything, I'm not right. If I do something, I'm still not right.
Palm Coast Compliance Officer Barbara Grossman was on Free for All Friday last week to explain parts of the city code.
My department, I have 4 divisions. I have code enforcement, I have animal control, I have urban forestry, and I have business tax receipt. They're all under code enforcement, under me.
A lot of Palm Coast residents own recreational vehicles, and Grossman says the code covers that too.
So that could be RVs, that could be campers, that could be boats and trailers. They can be on your driveway, not in your lawn, but on your driveway for 3 days in a 7-day consecutive period. There are exceptions at times when you're loading and unloading. It may take you longer.
Grossman says the code is flexible when it comes to how long your recreational vehicle sits in your driveway, but the owner has to notify the city first.
A bona fide repair on your vessel or your RV, you're waiting on a part. Maybe you can't move your trailer because something is in need of repair and it can't be moved. So communications is very important. So that way, if somebody does call because they're complaining their neighbor does have their boat and trailer there or their RV longer, we're able to tell them, yes, we're aware of that, but the reasoning behind it is because. So we work with people, but there is an ordinance that requires you to have a location or to put it in the garage or a storage unit.
You can explore the city code for yourself. Just go to palmcoast.gov/code-enforcement. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. In other news, plenty of family-friendly events are happening this weekend in Flagler County. Stacy is with Fun for Augie Kids.
Join the ranch for their 49th annual pumpkin run. This family-friendly event will offer camping, rides all weekend, a haunted trail ride, and more outdoor fun. You are invited to join the Flagler Beach First Friday event for a night of family fun, live music, dancing, food vendors, arts and crafts, and more. Join Flagler Audubon for their special Bluebird program and walk. Learn about the eastern bluebirds, their habitats and conservation efforts, and a guided bluebird walk to observe these charming birds. Level Up Dance and Acro is hosting a Valentine's Day Parents Night Out event. Kids aged 5 to 12 will enjoy a mini tumble and dance class, have pizza and drinks, a music dance party, and a mini movie at the end of the night. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Pirate boys soccer is in the playoffs for the 5th straight year. Tuesday they traveled to Niceville where they pulled off a 3-2 win. It was the first team win in the Central Time Zone in Matanzas school history and the first playoff win since 2022. Tonight they faced undefeated Mandarin for the chance to play in the regional final for the first time in 11 years. Kickoff is at 7 in Jacksonville. District basketball tournaments began Monday with the Matanzas Pirate boys at Bartram Trail. Alex Davis had 26 for the Pirates in a 60-46 win.
I feel really good to start off this tournament 1-0 and to beat a good team.
Wednesday they took on Tokoi Creek in the semifinal. Curtis Giles hit a 3 at the buzzer to send it to overtime, but the Toros outlasted Matanzas 68-58. The Pirates won 12 of their last 14 to finish 14-9. FPC hosted Sandalwood Wednesday to begin the quest for their first district title since 2017. The Bulldogs held the Saints scoreless the first 6.5 minutes of the game and led 16-3 after 1. Sandalwood got it close late, but the duo of Nashawn Royal and Anthony Hampton was too much to handle in the 61-54 FPC win. Hampton on the quick start.
We got eliminated in the semifinals, so we had to come out with energy to play like we wanted to play. We wanted to be in the championship last year, so we had to come out with energy to play in the championship this year.
Head coach Greg Shirley doesn't take his team's opportunity for granted.
It's nice to still be playing. There's 32 teams in the state of Florida playing for a 7A district championship, and we're one of them.
Tip-off 7:30 at Creekside. A win puts FPC in the playoffs for the first time in 6 years. FPC boys weightlifting remains undefeated in Olympic, beating Keystone Heights and Matanzas. Bulldog wrestler Mariah Mills announced her commitment to West Liberty University in West Virginia. High school baseball and softball kick off next week. I'll have a report on Matanzas Monday. This is your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.